Hey, I wanted to show you something tonight. I worked on this earlier this evening, and it's absolutely hilarious, and it made my very, very bad day much, much better. I figured out how to add a banana cursor to Nixos, and I did it in a pretty clever way, and I was going to show it to you. So this banana cursor by itself, you could probably install it through the Nix packages and just have a nice banana cursor. But I also wanted different sizes, and I wanted also to have the Catppuccin color scheme in it. So first off, I wanted to show you the cursor in action here. So I'll hover over some of these CSS boxes so that you can see the different animations that it does. Here's default, context menu, turns purple, wait, starts spinning the banana, progress spins, pointer, it unpeels it, so any link that you click on it, it peels the banana and you can click. Help pops up a little question mark, cell, crosshair, text, vertical, no drop, move, copy, alias, not allowed, scroll, column size, row size, resize, different resizes here. Zoom in, zoom out, grab one of my very favorites. I love this one. Whenever I've got like a panel inside of Obsidian, it pops this up. It's just so delightful. And then grabbing gives you two bananas. So I wanted to show you a little bit of the code here on how to set this up. It was honestly pretty fun. So, Dreams of Code, Elliot, he has made a fork of the banana cursor and already did all of the hard work, adding in the different color schemes and stuff. So I grabbed his packages and he actually had a derivative already made, a derivation, sorry, a derivation already made for the banana cursor here. So all it does is you give it a package name. So you make a standard derivation, you give it the package name, a version number, and here all he's doing is he's fetching the tar from his GitHub page, Dreams of Autonomy, with a SHA verification here. And then what he's doing is he's making a directory, and this is Nix a Nix variable here to go to the Nix store. And then he creates share and icons, and then he just untars those icons that are created from the build step previously. So he built the code and then published this as an artifact inside of GitHub. Well, anyway, this is how you create custom apps inside of Nix using derivations. And then to import this in my Flake, all I did was I added references to systems, and I made a little helper function here. This is a typical way of bringing in derivations into your Flake. So you just take nixpackages.lib.getAdders, and then you pass in the systems to that. And then inside of the outputs function, you have a module called packages. This is a Nix module. And you say for all systems here, you call that function that you made in the function declaration here. And then I just call it banana cursor dreams, and I import that from packages. And then you pass in a reference to Nix packages so that it can download things that it needs to. And then the way that you get this in is either one, you could directly call this input, which is a ridiculously hard thing to do inside your packages, or you could do an overlay. So we're already very familiar with how overlays work, but I wanted to show you the overlay here. So under default, all I'm doing is importing banana.nix. And inside banana.nix, all I'm saying here is very simple, is I call it banana cursor dreams. So that's what the package name will be. And then I'm calling the package of packages banana cursors default.nix. So this just grabs that derivation and creates it and pops it into a package. So then now inside of the modules, I'm using Stylix to create my cursors from my system. So all I have to do in Stylix is just say cursor, package, packages.banana cursor dreams. Because we're using the overlay, it makes it super clean later in the code. Then you can set the size, and then you give it the name of the cursor set, which Dreams of Autonomy Elliot, he named it Banana Cappuccin Mocha. So that's the name that you have to have here. On top of this, since I'm using Hyperland, I had to also give definitions inside of Home Manager to Hyperland here inside the envs. So I had to specify that cursor scheme here and the size that I wanted it to be. And then I also had to do an exec, and I just called hyperctl set cursor banana, and then I gave it the size. This actually overrides pretty much everything for Hyperland, Qt, Xcursor, Hypercursor, all of them. And then hyperctl set cursor is also a Hyperland specific command to set the cursor for everything else that those environment variables miss. That's pretty much it. This was absolutely hilarious. I'm going to use this for the rest of my life. It's just so fun.